Hi there, welcome to learndutch.org. In this video lesson, the Dutch alphabet and its pronunciation. And believe me, if you plan to learn Dutch, this is the most important lesson you will ever have. And I strongly recommend to go through this well in the beginning of your studies, because correcting pronunciation at a later stage will cost you much more efforts. It is certainly not our most exciting lesson, but you simply have to if you want to understand the Dutch and you want the Dutch to understand you. First, I will read the alphabet in Dutch so you know how we call the letters. Then I will discuss each letter in detail. The majority of the letters is like in English, but the vowels and some consonants are different. And then, and this is quite difficult for foreigners, the combination of vowels, so-called diphthongs. And at the end, the combination of consonants. Let's start with the right Dutch pronunciation of the alphabet itself, 26 letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. In the rest of the lesson, when I refer to the letters, I call them in Dutch. So when I say A, it is this letter and not this one. And when I say I, it's this one and not this. Okay, if you're ready for the real job, let's start. The A, the letter A, can be pronounced two ways, short as A and long as A. A vowel is pronounced short when the end of the syllable is a consonant like in kat, which means cat, and plural, cotton. The extra T is to stress that in plural the short sound A should be preserved. The long sound is pronounced with two A's after each other, like in raam, which means window. Or when one A is not followed by a consonant at the end of the syllable, like in ramen, which is plural. The B, the letter B, like in Bart, which is my name. There are some words that end on a B, which is then pronounced like a P, like web, same meaning as in English. I will use the purple in the rest of the video when one letter is pronounced actually as another. C, the letter C, can be pronounced as an S, like in civil, which means civil, or as a K, like in castricum, which is the name of a village. The D, the letter D, like in dat, which means that. But at the end of the word, the D is pronounced as T, like in woord, which means word. The E, the letter E, as short vowel A, as long vowel E. Gek, which means crazy. Veel, which means many. The only exception of two A's, not pronounced as A, is in the article een, which means a. You can pronounce this word also as een, but then it means the digit one. The A is pronounced as when it is in an unstressed syllable, as in lopen, which means to walk. The F, the letter F, like in fiets, which means bike, the Dutch way of transportation. G, the G, clearly different from English and for most foreigners an unusual rough sound. G, like in groot, which means big. H, the letter H, like in hand, which means hand. I, the letter I. The I as short vowel is pronounced as e, and as long vowel as I. Kip means chicken. Lief means lovely. Now the I's long vowel is an exception in writing, where the other long sounds are written as two of the same letters. With I, it is a combination of I and A. In two specific situations, the I is pronounced as when the word has an unstressed ending on I plus G, like in smerig, which means dirty, and I plus S, like in notaris, which means notary. The J, the letter J, like in jaar, which means year. The K, the letter K, like in klomp, which means wooden shoe. L, the letter L, like in laat, which means late. M, the letter M, like in man, which means man. N, the letter N, like in nu, which means now. O, the letter O as short vowel O, as long vowel O. Bos, which means forest. Boom, which means tree. P, the letter P, like in potlood, which means pencil. Q, the letter Q. Q is only used in foreign words, followed by the letter U, pronounced as Q, like in aquarium, same as in English. R, the letter R, like in raam. S, the letter S, like in stom, which means stupid. T, the letter T, like in taal, which means language. There is one exception, sometimes, not always though, when the T is followed by an I, it is pronounced as ts, like in politie. U, the letter U, as short vowel pronounced as e, and as long vowel as U. Bus, same meaning as in English. Muur, which means wall. V, the letter V, like in veil, which means many. In Dutch, the V is pronounced quite close to the F. W, the letter W, W, like in water, which means the same as in English. There are some words that start with a W followed by an R. In this case, you pronounce the W as V, V, like in wraak. X, the letter X, X, like in xylophone, which means the same as in English. The I, in spelling we say Y or Griekse I, Greek I, pronounced like I as in xylophone, or J, J, like in rayon. Z, the letter Z, Z, like in zon, which means sun. That was the alphabet, but in terms of pronunciation, the real difficult stuff starts only now. Let's deal with the vowel combinations, in other words, diphthongs. A plus I together makes the sound I, like in weinig, which means few. I plus J is also pronounced as I, like in the word jij, which means you. Exception, when a word ends on lijk, then it is pronounced as luk, like in lelijk, which means ugly. O plus U makes au, like in koud, which means cold. A plus U makes au as well, like in pauze, which means break. O plus E makes U, like in koe, which means cow. U plus I makes ui, like in huis, which means house. E plus U makes eu, like in leuk, which means funny. These specific combinations are pronounced like eeuw and eeuw, like in leeuw, which means lion, and nieuw, which means new. These letter combinations are pronounced like I, oi, oi, oei, like in fraai, which means nice, mooi means beautiful, and hoi, which means high. And that's it for the vowel combinations. Let's now deal with the consonant combinations. C plus H makes G, same sound as the letter G, like in lachen, which means to laugh. But it can also be pronounced as sh, like in chocolade. S plus J makes sh, like in meisje, which means girl. S plus C plus H, SCH, makes sch, like in school. It's difficult to pronounce, but really a lot of Dutch words start with this letter combination. N plus G makes ng, like in ding, which means thing. N plus K makes nk, same as in English, like in dank, which means thanks. And for the English, K plus N, we pronounce both. So knie means knee. And that's all. And the next words are difficult, but you can do it with the knowledge of this video lesson. Huisgenoten, huisgenoten, which means housemates. 88, 88, which means 88. Ruggengraat, ruggengraat, which means backbone. Koeienuier, koeienuier, which is the cow's udder. You now know how to pronounce Dutch words. It's a lot of information, and for a good understanding I recommend to watch back this video a few times. More online courses you can find on learndutch.org, and there is also a written version of this lesson. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I regularly post new video lessons for learning Dutch. And if you find this lesson useful, you'll do me a great favor to like and share it in social media. If you have questions, just comment on this video in YouTube and I will personally answer. See you back on our website, or as we say in Dutch, tot ziens.